Alright, so I use these IceBreaker boot blankets this deer season. I hunted for about 2 weeks, nearly every day, and I mean the temperature ranged from 8 degrees up into the 50s one day. And I think I wore them every day, even though it got warm. Um, so on one day, for example, it's 16 to the mid 20s. 16 in the morning, it got into the mid 20s during the day. I hunted for 9 hours with it, with these on in the deer stand, and my feet didn't get freezing. They didn't stay warm. I wouldn't say they were warm. They just didn't get numb. They didn't hurt. So they just stayed not hurting. And then one of the days was like 8 degrees. I had them for 6 hours. They did the same thing, you know. And then one of the full days when it was in the 30s, I wore them for 10 hours, and you know that was fine too. And so I didn't want this material on the inside to get all wet because you know wearing these boots through the woods, you get mud and snow and all kinds of stuff on them. So you're putting all that mud and muck in there, and then these would get all dirty and wet, and you'd have to dry them all out. So I just took a contractor bag, cut it. So, oh, and then another thing, I wore different socks out to the stands so that my sweaty socks I'd take off and put them in a Ziploc, and then put on fresh wool socks. So that I started with dry feet. So you put your boot on, put your foot in like that, and then I made these for the really cold days. It's a pocket for a foot warmer or a hand warmer. So just put your feet like that, and it made a little bit of noise initially, but since I'm out before shooting hours, it didn't matter that much. And by having this plastic, the boots slip in really nice. Because without it, I mean, it can catch a little bit. So, it worked really good.